Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your gameplay for the Turan I, this currently rank 2 battle rating 2.3 medium tank in the Italian ground forces tech tree, though is of course right there in the Hungarian tech tree, which is fantastic. There are some awesome vehicles in this. One of my favorites that I recently actually just made a gameplay on is the Turan III, which is pretty much like a better version of a Panzer IV. Now that being said, the Turan I, what is this like? So pretty much this is a decent enough 2.3 BR medium tank and features okay armor at the front and pretty lacking armor around the side and the rear. Now it does have actually a really good power to weight ratio at this BR, somewhere around 14 or 14.5 horsepower per ton, which is not bad at all. Now it does have a decent-ish cannon, not great, not terrible, but it is boosted by a really nice reload rate. So this cannon has something like 63 millimeters of armor pen with its base shell, which does have HE filler inside, although you can get up to, I believe, 72 millimeters of armor pen, 73, with the AP shell, the solid shot AP, which is slightly better in terms of armor pen, but does decidedly less post-pen damage. Now that being said, it's pretty actually similar to what the Turan II fires, but even though this has the same exact ammo, the 36M and the 43M, it has a slightly shorter cannon, which means that they go around 12 or 13 meters slower per second than what we see in the Turan I. So that being said, let's get into a few matches, see what we could do. This is a really good tank at this BR, very well balanced, just quick enough. It's got a stabilizer, pretty much everything that you need to have a good time at 2.3 BR. Plus also, too bad that this is not available currently. The Turan II, which I have from a previous battle pass, this thing is amazing. I wish everyone could have it, but the Turan I, let's get into it. Now, I'll try to link it down below, my gameplay for the Turan III, which is, again, I love the Turan III. I had one match where I had like 9 or 10 kills, but regardless, this vehicle is just, I feel like the platform itself is phenomenal. Plus, it has a very nice stabilizer. That was an ugly shot, but it does have a stabilizer that works to, let's test this out. So, okay, until about 18 or 20 kilometers per hour, which isn't all too bad. Pretty expected at and around this BR. Can't expect to get everything that you want on your wish list, but a stabilizer still at this BR is not all too amazingly common. A lot of vehicles start losing their noob stabilizers, so to speak. Okay, we had a T-28E. Wish I was able to save my buddy. Unfortunately, I was not. So I'm gonna go push over here, pull up through the side, and see if we can get something done. Okay, we have an enemy tank right there. Got the fuel tank. Got the commander. And got the kill. Now, again, I mean, it is nice that you have 17 grams of explosive filler. I mean, especially at this BR, where tanks tend to be fairly small. They don't have a ton of armor, so you can shoot through them with lesser penning shells. It does help, but it's not always going to be a kill, you know? I mean, like, having, I would say, more than 30 grams of explosive filler is a much better amount, but for the size of shell, what is this, like 40 millimeters? None too shibby-dibby-dabby. So I'm gonna go decap this and continue on, because it looks like my team is being pushed real hard over here. Nice, I got the transmission. That is pretty much what I wanted. And I got the kill. Cannot complain. We do have an enemy behind me, however. Okay, got the kill. Very lucky on my part. Woo! Oh, holy cow. Got 5 kills thus far. This is my first match I'm recording with this vehicle, so I'm actually pretty lucky. Let's go to the base and see if we can conscript a local peasant to be a crew member for this tank. Now, again, when it comes to this vehicle, at 2.3 BR, its cannon really isn't all that bad. I mean, you're getting 63 millimeters of armor pen with its lower penning shell, the 36M, but that does have explosive filler in it. But with the better shell, or the higher penning armor, solid shot, you're getting 73 millimeters. But in my opinion, I would just go with this because it does have that superior post-pen damage, which I think is more than worth the reduced armor pen. Now, I mean, of course, you can always switch it out, which is not a problem. I mean, I carry a good amount of the smaller ones. By the way, I think this vehicle has something like 100 shells you can carry with it, so I'm only carrying about a half load, which is still probably too much. But, you know, always carry a sufficient amount of the smaller ones, or the solid shot, because you never know. And they are still decent, and they can still do decent enough post-pen. Nice! Got the kill from a distance. Now, I did have to fire a few shots to actually get him, but I am not complaining about that. And bear in mind also, this is low BR. I mean, like, as much as I want to be like, oh, yeah, you know, look how good I am and all that, a lot of these people, like, you can typically tell who is maybe of lesser experience, because a lot of them don't have squadrons. They just haven't had, like, the time in game to kind of recognize the importance of squadrons or even join squadrons. And so, you know, it is what it is. I can't really count this as, like, an amazing victory, but ultimately, I mean, like, this is showing off at least how good this vehicle really can be. Although I feel like I'm about to die. Yep. The thing I really like about the Turan tanks is that they feel like, I mean, of course, no tank at this BR really has all that much armor. But the front of this vehicle has 50 millimeters of armor, right? And at, what, 500 meters, 30 degrees, you're not penning the front of this, at least with this shell. Which is pretty decent, you know, I mean, it's not great, but it's decent. Plus it has decent speed. The reload on this, if I haven't already mentioned it, is fantastic. It's only around 3 seconds with an expert crew, and the expert crew costs 10,000 silver lions. That's it. Which is awesome. So, I mean, overall, this thing is just a boatload of fun. Sounds like we might have an enemy over there. Okay, we have an enemy right there. Might be a T-28. And there we go with a deflected shot. That's always great. Another deflected shot. I should really destroy the guy on hand here. Something just did not go well for him, but I guess I have enough armor to not have to worry about that. And then you have this guy over here, which, again, the armor on the front of this thing. Holy guacamole! Okay, we have a Panzer 3 or 4 over here. I'm just gonna shoot him, turn around a touch. Okay, we have enemies everywhere. I'm gonna die in a second, I am sure of it. But this just kind of shows the agility, or the survivability, rather, of this vehicle. I'm genuinely surprised. Oh, wow, we have another one. It's actually quite, like, I'm genuinely shocked. I don't know if it has anything to do with those side skirts. I think they measure up to, like, 8 millimeters, which isn't fantastic. But it's also not absolutely terrible. Oof, I love shooting those things. Ooh, buddy. With LMGs, it makes me feel like LMGs are not completely garbage. Because, I mean, they aren't at this BR. You have a lot of open-top vehicles. You have a lot of just vehicles with exposed crew. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to decap this right now. Because I do not feel like dying. So I'm just going to kind of get off the base. Let my allies cap it because they are swarming it. Let's see if we can move up a little bit on the enemy. I've got a feeling I'm about to run into some resistance here. Okay. Ooh, buddy! That is bad luck if I ever smelt it. Also, I've got smoke grenades that come off the back of this, so as a demonstration. I mean, they just kind of blow up right here in the back. So it's not like a real smoke grenade, like how a lot of people would think about it. It's kind of like a Soviet style, like how a lot of T-54, 5 series have them. But still really, really nice. It's a great way to kind of escape with this. So, of course, here we are in low BRAB, and, ooh, this is a bit of a surprise. Didn't get the kill, although he kind of messed me up. Let's see, can I do that in turn? No, I cannot. Oh, this is ugly. Oh, man, a savior, just save me. Oh, man, whoever that was just saved the heck out of me. Ooh, buddy, but okay, he's dead. Maybe not. Really don't want to shoot that driver's port a lot of the time because it tends to be a bit thicker. But, hey, you know what? Who cares? So that said, we're going to have some more enemies, I'm sure. Typically, I would say in around 70-ish, 60-70% of, like, low BR matches, the C point is not really gone after. But this one, not only have we had, like, what, 4 of my team going for it, but 3 of their team, which is highly unusual. At most, it's like 2-on-1. So 3-on-4 is not very common. Very nice, very nice. And I got the transmission. However, this guy is a big, big, big threat. Can't just let him go. Do have 3 kills. I'm genuinely surprised at this. So I'm going to move up. We do have an enemy back there. I'm going to go smoke. Not that it's really all that effective in this BR, in AB at least, but use my thingamajig, and I got the gunner and got the kill. So we do have an enemy even closer here. Does he even know I'm here? I'm not sure. I can't even shoot him. Whoa! We are being swarmed here. I don't really think there's a way I make this out, guys. Oh! Very lucky hit. Got a T-28. I can fire through these. Got a hit. I'm gonna assume he's right there. Got a nice hit. Don't think I'm gonna get another one, though. Okay. Got a kill! Woo! Buddy! This is unfortunate. Now is the time for me to die. Whoops! But you know what? Just because I can, I'm just gonna get into the Turan II real quick. I don't really care if I get more than, you know, if I don't even need to get a kill, realistically speaking. If I get kills, I get kills. If I don't, I don't. Because this is the very last portion of the gameplay. But of course I am in a bomber. I do have, what? Only 250 kilogram bombs. That's not bad. Okay, it looks like we have numerous enemies. No, just one enemy here. He's about to die, though. Oh, maybe not. So we have that guy. We have that guy. Wow, I am shocked. Genuinely shocked at how many of these people, I really, like I said, I don't care if I die or not, at how many of these people are over here. But, again, we do have the enemy team here. It looks like I got 7 hits on the enemy. Most likely just some shrapnel. And then once we are done here, once I die, the gameplay is over. So we have this M22. I was a fool to have trusted that. Got a gunner hit. That's always fun. And got the kill. Now, the great thing about the Turan II, it's got 90 millimeters of armor pen at any range because it has heat shells. Now, heat shells are, of course, a bit weaker when it comes to the slat armor, when it comes to spaced armor, all that. But in this instance, whoa, my gun was not pulling up there for a second. But around this BR, there are enough, I would say there are enough vehicles that use heat where it actually makes some level of sense. Ugh. You know what? I can just shoot him from the side here. And I missed the kill entirely. Very nice. Look at this. And boom. Gotta love that heat, especially when it comes to something like the LVT. This thing has nearly 8 kilograms. It's got 875 grams of explosive filler equivalent, which is really nice. Now, of course, I do not have a stabilizer, which you can tell, which does help the Turan I quite a bit. But again, I just wanted to show you guys this because, in my opinion, the Turan II is superior despite being at a lower, or at the same VR, and having really only access to heat shells. Come on. Ooh, that was ugly. That was also ugly. Okay, the ugliness stopped. Finally. Now we've got the B point that I can go ahead and conquer. Hopefully try to conquer. I got 10 kills between the Turan I, Turan II. Boom! Got the gunner. Got the kill. That's one of the things I really like about the heat, especially at low VRs. You really have... See, I can't shoot that guy on the low range. Not that it matters. He's dead already, it looks like. But one of the great things about heat at low VRs is simply the fact that it tends to have enough HE in it that it can kill. Like, it doesn't just go straight through, and that's it. You know, it's a really, actually, quite complete shell a lot of the time. It's not like... It doesn't function quite the same as it does in higher BRs. It's more of an HE shell, if that makes a level of sense. Like a better HE shell that can actually get kills. But, not that HE shells can't get kills. I mean, you guys should, if you guys haven't already done it, use some artillery vehicles. They are hella fun. I just wanted to decap that. I'll go set up an artillery there. I think an arcade artillery... Okay, I'm about to be hit by something. Okay, that's not good. M3 is bad news. Okay, the match is over. So I said, thanks so much for watching. Please, if you don't mind, consider liking, commenting, subscribing. By the way, thanks again. I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.